Hi collective, what's up y'all? It's your girl Earth Angel 111. Gonna hop into love messages from your person. So this could be someone you're dating, someone you're married to, someone you're crushing on, someone you're seeing, someone you're in separation from. But do keep in mind they are love messages, okay? So only take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else, and let's hop right in. So they're fully shuffled and randomized. I cannot see, I just pull. So let's see what first message says. Dated them behind your back and you knew. Okay, so you guys are dealing with someone who could have definitely, possibly played games with you and dated you and another person behind your back. You could have honestly asked this person about this from that being the first message that came out, and they could have never admitted that truth before. But now that this is the first card coming out, coming in nice and strong, it looks like someone wants to be honest with the fact that they obviously dated someone else and you knew. You believed in me when no one else did. So your person in specific feels like they appreciate the fact that you believed in them when no one else did. Maybe even this other person that they were involved with didn't believe in them the way that you did, okay? So your person could be feeling a little bit guilty at this time. It says, please learn how to trust my intentions. So someone definitely wanting your forgiveness, okay? The fact is that they could have been someone who was playing games with you, not committing to you and committing to someone else. And now it's almost as if they're admitting that they want you to trust their intentions, because I feel like with this coming out, you believed in me when no one else did. They could have figured out that this other person wasn't for them the way that you truly were, okay? You could have showed this person nothing but support and unconditional love, and they could have tried to pick someone else over you, only to realize that that person was not in love with them the way that you were. There's something I need to tell you. Wow. So it looks like that's the start of it. They could want to unravel a deep conversation with you about the fact of the matter being that they could have totally opened up and tried to be with someone else, and they didn't appreciate you guys the way that they should have. It says, I thought you just wanted to be friends. So for a lot of you, maybe you never dated this person, okay? They could have chosen someone else over you based on the fact that they thought you just wanted more of a friendship with them. They didn't realize how truly committed you were to this connection until it was too late. They could have leaned in this way with this person versus leaning in with you. And a lot of you may have actually just fully walked away from this person and decided you were better off on your own. Wow, these are coming in like, it says, you never let me explain. So I feel like your person's almost saying you never let them explain that they were kind of seeing someone else possibly before you met. And they could have felt like once you two kind of were getting involved with each other, it was too late to explain. Or you could have figured out that they were misholding this truth from you, and you could have walked away from them before they ever really had the chance to explain to you the severity of the situation. It seems like whoever y'all dealing with, though, they have a problem with being honest. They have a problem with being committed. 333 on the reading. They have a problem with being loyal, okay? Because when you find someone worth being loyal to, there shouldn't be other people in the mix, right? Unless that's something both of you had discussed. It says, you make me feel worth the most. So look at that. You believed in me when no one else did, and you make me feel worth the most. Your person could have dated this other person and realized that throughout the connection with them, they didn't make them feel the way that you did. You could have loved them so unconditionally, whether you were in the relationship with them or not. And they're starting to figure out the fact that this other person could have just been more interested in what it looked like to the masses, okay? What it looked like to everyone else, the fact that they were together. So you could have been dating someone who had some type of world influence, okay? Or someone who was very well known in the public. Or they could have been. So maybe originally they picked this other person over you based on what they had to offer, okay? They could have had a very successful career, or very much so good finances, or they could have thought they were younger than you, they were this or that, whatever this is, right? But then they realized at the end of the day that this person was only a surface level connection. It didn't go soul deep, okay? There was no heart to hearts with this person. There was no deep unconditional love and understanding. And it's almost as if every time things got tough with the other person that they chose over you, they could have missed you guys a little bit more and realized that you wouldn't have ran away from the connection if they would have committed to you in the first place. So I cried about us this here. So for a lot of you, your person could have recently had some huge epiphany, some type of like a spiritual awakening as well, where they realize what true love is. True love isn't about what someone else can offer you in the world. True love is about someone who loves you at your lowest and loves you at your highest and every single moment in between. True love is about someone who doesn't turn their back on you when things aren't going their way or your way, right? And I feel like your person could have picked someone else out of fear of that, or fear of what other people thought about your connection, and they ultimately just broke their own heart. So this person could be going through a very emotional period in their life right now, one where they feel very misunderstood or very misjudged by you. But they know ultimately it was their own doing because they picked this other person over y'all. It says, I want to take you out on a romantic date, surprise you, take you somewhere special, have a lot of laughs, forget about our worries, and just be together. So if there's anything your person could currently communicate to you, they would love to just be able to let go of what they did to you in the past and make up for it in some type of way. This person wants to take you out on a romantic date, treat you, have a good time with you, make you feel worthwhile, but they know at the end of the day, they don't think you're going to allow them just to run back into your life. So if you found this message, this is someone's confirmation, y'all. You did the right thing by standing your ground and turning away from someone who tried to put you in the middle of a situationship with someone else, okay? Because you not only showed them that you value yourself, but how much you love yourself enough to walk away from someone who doesn't value you, okay? Some prize engagements here. So for a lot of you, wow, this person could be very sure of your connection now. They could have dated maybe one person since you or multiple people since you. And it's almost as if the more connections they get in with other people, the more they realize that you were the person that they were meant to be with long term, and they feel like they totally fumbled you guys. So your person could be wanting to come in and kind of take things slow, but ultimately they see themselves proposing to you at some point or having some type of surprise engagement, as in moving in together, a serious commitment, or even a ring on that finger, okay? Especially if you're the feminine watching. You are irreplaceable. So the more the time passes, your person's really starting to realize the fact that you are someone irreplaceable in their life. They could be having a very hard time accepting the fact of what they've done to you to kind of get in the middle of this connection. And yeah, you guys are definitely dealing with someone who feels like, how could they have allowed the opinions of others to really judge who they wanted to be with, okay? For some of you though, it's just like this person didn't fully know the depths of your feelings until you walked away from them. Because if you were friends with this person and trying to pursue them, you could have fully removed yourself after they chose someone else, and that's when they realized, wait a minute, like you actually had deep feelings for them, not just on a friendship level. So yeah, your person's feeling pretty upset at this moment in time. They almost feel like they know that they made this bed and that they have to sit and lay in it now and live up to the decisions that they've made. And I feel like if your person is actually laying in bed with someone else, they're thinking about you, okay? They're thinking about what it would have been like to wake up to you each morning, what it would have been like to have breakfast with you, to do those daily routines with you, do laundry with you, everything, okay? So final message, feeling bad for how they misjudged you. This is literally it. So your person, I feel like they totally chose someone else based on this other person either being more successful in the world, having more career options, having more finances, and they're realizing that none of those things mattered. What truly mattered was the way that you made them feel at the end of the day versus all these other connections they've been in that haven't even made them feel half as worth it as you did, okay? You make me feel worth the most is here. So yeah, your person in particular feels like you make them confident, you make them feel self-assured, you make them feel loved on days they even find it hard to love themselves. And they threw it all away for a connection that they thought would have been more accepted by society, by others, by their family, by their friends, by their coworkers. And they're realizing now that if they just chose someone to make everyone else happy, it's not making them happy. So I feel like at this moment in time, your person's going to want to try and come around and have another chance with you. It says, please learn how to trust my intentions, right? So they're going to want to come back in, see if you can learn how to trust that they're really for you, because this person is starting to realize that they have this deep unconditional love for you, but they really fear like it could be too late, like you could be trying to move on. And this person ultimately, though, has a lot of mixed emotions. So for some of you, they could still be in this connection with this other person, but it's only because they feel as though you've walked away from them, so they don't want to be alone. I feel like you're dealing with someone who has a very hard time just being alone with themselves, because when they're alone with themselves, they start to realize the way that they've treated you, and it almost hurts their feelings, okay? So your person's feeling very emotional about you at this time. I feel like for a lot of you, this is either someone you dated or you never dated, and you walked away from them regardless because they could have put you in a position where they made you feel like other connections were more important than yours. If you walked away fully and you're in no contact with this person, just know that that was the right thing to do, because they're starting to realize how much you are irreplaceable in their life, and that they should have never misjudged the true unconditional love that you once showed them. So yeah, if there's anything to finish off, that I would say your person wants a chance to be able to come back and explain to you all that they've learned throughout your separation, and most importantly, how they've learned how much you make them feel better than anyone else ever has. So go ahead, like the video, subscribe, and only take what resonates. Until next time, bye y'all.